Greetings, everyone. Honestly, it's getting more and more difficult to have a conversation on this platform because, there's so much sensitivity. There's so many words that you cannot say. It's just, I'm sort of losing interest because I'm really not the type of person who just, you know, play this big hypocritical role and just being so nice, and you can't say what you're thinking. You have to be finding creative ways of saying it. It's very stressful, to be honest with you, and because of that, eventually I'm going to just say forget it. But I want to talk about an experience that I had, and I'm going to use it as a sort of backdrop for the point I'm trying to make in this video. I was blessed with the opportunity to teach 200 students some years ago. And that means I had several classes throughout the week, and it would add up to 200. And I remember one day this lady came to me and she said, "How do you do it? I can't teach students that are in the stream." These were students who couldn't read. And so we're talking about from grade 7 to grade 11. So when you're dealing with students who are in grade 7 that cannot read, it's one thing, but when you get to grade 11 and people are getting ready to graduate and they cannot read, is a whole different subject. I spent an entire year, dedicated all my time before and after school and lunchtime, dealing with these students. And one of the most difficult things for me was when I was there, making myself available to these young people. Many of them didn't take the opportunity. I literally had to beg some of them. I had 2 students that would come after school. And keep in mind, I was doing this for free. I was doing it for free before school and after school and during my lunchtime for an entire year. And I remember having to say to some students one time, "Make use of me. I'm here. Why would you not take the advantage of me?" Because guess what? A lot of them were ashamed and didn't want to own up to the fact that they couldn't read. And I find now the frustration is the same as it relates to another matter. One of the things I have a difficult time doing with people is to teach them to understand that they have the power to drive all kinds of things in their life, not just their vehicle, but results in their life. I get very overwhelmed when I'm dealing with individuals that just don't want to do the work. And so I might give the tools to people, but they just don't want to do the work, and it's so frustrating. So people who are religious, they go into some building and they're looking to a man who is thinking of how he or she can get rich with their tithes and their offering and all that stuff. And the people have the power to do the thing for themselves, but they don't want to do it. A lot of persons will come to you and say, "This is my issue. This is what I'm going through." And using methods that work for me and work for other folks who do the work. And you share it, and they just don't want to do the work. That is one of the biggest problems with our people. We just don't want to do the work to change our life, to change our circumstances. We get so comfortable holding on to something, as I said in the previous video, that does not work. There's no evidence of this working, and someone is teaching you how to do it, and you don't want to do the work. I'm at the point now where I'm beginning to say, who am I kidding? Why am I spending time and energy sharing my insights with folks when they're not going to use it? And I think to myself, perhaps because it's free. Perhaps because I make myself available and it's free, so folks take it in. It seems like they're holding to what I teach them, but they never tried. I am waiting to hear folks say, "Wow, my eyes are open. Someone on social media found my channel and came to me." And she didn't disclose everything, because sometimes when I had questions, she didn't say everything. And I understand now, because guess what? sometimes you give something to so people can know that there is an alternative approach to life and to our understandings. But go out and find it yourself. I guess she could have given me all her secrets, but she didn't. She wanted me to find out. And that is one of the best gifts she could have ever given me, because she set me on a pathway. I spoke of the older man in Jamaica saying some things, and it put me on the pathway to go and search for myself. I am very, very frustrated with folks who don't want to do the work. They want to hear the stuff, but they don't want to learn how to free themselves from emotional and psychological and financial bondages. They just don't want it bad enough, and that's what bothers me. You have to want it bad enough. If you say my life isn't right, something isn't right, and you're able to pinpoint it, you see. And there's an opportunity for you to fix that, but you don't want to do the work. Someone can do prayers for you. Someone can do some kind of altar work for you. But at the end of the day, you need to learn how to do these things for yourself. What happens when you can't find someone else? I've been in so many situations where I have come face to face with darkness, and no one was there to help me. I had to help myself. And we fill our mind with all these corruptible thoughts about where we come from our ancestry, from our place, our motherland. We reject all of that. And we really believe that the answers can be in one book. That's insane. So that doesn't mean that we're not going to have ups and downs in life and that we should just focus our energy on getting wealthy. It's not all about that though. But if something isn't right and you know it isn't right, you've proven that something isn't right and you don't want to do the work to fix that. You can't. No one can tie you up and bound you forever. Is when you allow that, when you're not going to the Creator to teach you how to do that. And even if someone is giving you the tools, you want them to do it for you. It can't work. You have the power within you to change you and change your circumstances. And yes, there are individuals who are out there lurking. There are things that we cannot see with our naked eye that, attempts to throw us off our path. And you want to be in denial all you want, that, I don't believe in these things and this is not real. Well, that's fine. That everyone is entitled to their opinion. But if you reach out to me, be prepared to do the work. If you're asking me, be prepared to do the work. I don't have time to waste. And I always think, don't use the gifts that God give you to just get rich or to make money. But I am second thinking that, really, because when you're wasting my time, I have things to do. And by me offering myself freely to give advice, and then 2 minutes later you're right back where you started, you didn't do any of the work, I would have wasted my time. If I were to charge somebody for my time, then when you're wasting your time, you essentially would be wasting your money. Sometimes, I don't blame people for capitalizing on their time. And, I have my own business. And sometimes I don't even remember to push my own, products. And I need to do that more because I'm tired of wasting my time. I'm going to say in a very nice and respectful way, if you're going to waste my time, just don't bother. And if you're not willing to do the work that is necessary to free your own self, don't bother. Because when I go to somebody and I ask, what can I do to help myself? What is the important thing for me to do? I'm willing to follow through. Natural remedies, natural things to free you from this Babylonian kind of thinking and living. I don't want that. I am blessed. Just the process of coming on this earth, I am blessed, and all things beautiful. is available to me. So why should I live in, with lack? Why should I live in pain and reckless abandon? No. If that's your future and that's your thing, blessings to you. But I'm not living like that. Okay? So you can keep your forever sadness, your forever feeling like you have no control over your own life. That's not for me. I'm about health and wealth and prosperity and peace and joy in my life. And I'm not waiting for the clouds to burst open to bless me when I have a seat, a front row seat to the Creator. I just have to call upon and just have to give thanks, and I have to celebrate this life, not the one I don't see or the one that is to come. This life. So if you want to live in fairy tale and fantasy world and cry and moan all the time and not help yourself, too bad. Iron sharpen iron. Without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life is useless. So I am saying, get to the source and find out how you can learn more about the earth, about the universe. Open the door to getting answers, not from me, but from the universe. And do what you need to do to free yourself from all kinds of bondages that you're under, all kind of spell that is cast upon you. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and do the work that is necessary to free your mind, body, and spirit. That's all I'm saying here. I'm frustrated because people want to make breakthroughs, but they don't want to do the work. I'm really sick of it. Just hear what I'm saying. Stay blessed.